Welcome back to Cord Cutting Today, where we break down some of the biggest stories happening in the world of cord cutting, including today. A federal judge has put a hold to the click to cancel rule. Now, this rule would have made it easier to cancel cable TV, gym memberships, and a whole lot more. Now, though, it looks like it's going to head to an appeals court again, or maybe in its way in the Supreme Court. As just days before it was going to go live, it's put on pause. We'll break this down and tell you what it means for you. What hope there is that it will still get into place. Also, Max has a new name. HBO Max is back. We'll break down what's happening over there, along with a new HDMI standard that will allow up to 16K video. Forget 4K, forget 8K. We're getting up to 16K with this new HDMI standard. These stories and a whole lot more coming up in a quick second. First, though, if you're new here, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up. Doing one or both lets YouTube know you enjoy what we do here. If you would like to learn more about any of the stories I'm about to talk about, I'll put a link to each story in the show notes and in the first pinned comment so you can read them for yourself. With that said, let's dive into it. A federal judge on the appeals court has struck down the FTC's click to cancel rule. Now, this is a rule the FTC created that basically said if you can sign up online, you have to be able to cancel online. We see these with gym memberships and cable. You know, you can sign up online, but you have to call to cancel. And they do everything they can to talk you out of it. I had a gym membership once when we moved out of Texas. I had to go in person to cancel. You couldn't cancel online. I had to go in person to do it. Now, though, that's a thing of the past. And you can now, if this rule ever becomes reality, cancel online just like you signed up online. Problem is, a federal judge has ruled that does not apply anymore. That's not allowed, and says the FTC doesn't have the authority to enforce that. We'll see what happens here. I suspect this will be pushed, and if it fails, there are several congressmen and women who have already spoke up and said they are very willing to try to propose a law to make this a reality. We'll watch this closely. I really hope it does become a reality. I do think it should be easier to cancel. If you can sign up online, you should be able to cancel online. These ridiculous hoops and tricks they put you through to cancel sometimes, I think, are kind of extreme. We'll wait and see, especially ones that say you have to cancel in person at the gym you signed up for. And you know who I'm talking about with that. So we'll watch this closely, but for now, the FTC's click to cancel rule that would have made cable TV a whole lot easier to cancel is on hold. All right, after announcing it earlier this year, HBO Max is once again back. In 2023, HBO Max was renamed to just Max, as they, at the time, talked a little bit about the idea that, hey, you know, well, we're diluting the HBO brand because a lot of the content on HBO Max is not actually HBO content. So they went to Max. Well, now they're going back to having it called HBO Max again, as they're trying to use the HBO name to help grow subscriptions. While Max is still growing, the exact profitability of the streaming is unknown. They bundle in HBO cable network revenue into the streaming service with it. A lot of changes coming to Warner Bros. Discovery as they move some networks into an independent standalone company. We'll watch this closely to see what happens here, but for now, Max is officially HBO Max. You notice it's already changed on the website. They say apps will start updating. I've noticed my Roku app did update, but it may take a few days or weeks until every little mention of Max is replaced by HBO Max once again. Anybody want to take a bet? Do you think this is the permanent name for that streaming service, or in a few years are we going to change it again? Get your call in now. I'd love to hear from you. All right, HDMI cables getting a new standard. HDMI 2.2 will now offer up to 4K video. This is the newest standard coming out on the market right now. Okay. Are there TVs really supporting that right now? No. Are there displays and other features that could totally support it in the future? Yes. It's very interesting to see, you know, at what point 3D TVs didn't really catch on. 8K so far has not really caught on, as many people struggle to see benefits beyond 4K with their own eyes. So there are always people who do. Be interesting to see in the home market, will we see a lot of that? Curved TVs. Anybody remember walking in and seeing rows upon curved TVs? Those didn't last very long. There's still a few around there, but they didn't catch in popularity like we expected. 3D didn't really catch in the house. We'll keep an eye on it, but for now, new HDMI standards will offer up to 16K video with it. All right, Prime Day is still in full force. Lots of really good Prime Day deals, including discounts on streaming services. We got a full breakdown of all the best cord-cutting deals. But right now, Amazon Prime Video is offering 2 months of a wide range of services for just 99 cents a month. And then they return to the standard price. This includes Paramount Plus, Starz, AMC Plus, MGM Plus, BritBox, Crunchyroll, BET Plus, PBS Masterpiece, Hallmark Plus, Up Faith and Family, MovieSphere, Acorn TV, PBS Kids, Lifetime Movie Club, Great American Pure Flix. Oh, I could go on and on. There's probably 30 streaming services on discount here. Don't hold me to that, just guessing. But full list of them down in the show notes in the post about it. Also, Roku has some great deals. Lowest price ever on the Roku Ultra 2024 and the new 2025 Roku Sticks, the HD and 4K one, along with the Fire TV Cube on sale for just $89.99. I believe that's the cheapest price it's ever been at. If you're thinking about checking these out, also discounts on DVRs, home Wi-Fi, Google TV Streamer, and more. Lots of really good deals for cord cutters. This is ending soon. Don't wait. Check it out. Link in the show notes down below if you want to check it out and learn more about it. Hey, if you find any really good cord cutting deals, hey, go to cordcuttersnews.com. Click on the Contact Us button. Send us a link to it. Tell us as much as you can about it so we can find it and share it with other people. If you like finding deals, not only do we have a bunch of news over at cordcuttersnews.com, we have a dedicated deal tab where you can just find all of our deals that we post there. So check that out. Link in the show notes if you want to find out more. All right, you ready for this one? And today in TV history, this week marks 26 years since the hit coming-of-age comedy American Pie first hit theaters. In July 9th, 1999, hard to believe it, the original American Pie movie came out. Since then, countless sequels and inspired by movies like it kind of launched a whole genre of early 2000s coming-of-age teen comedy movies with that, with a more raw sense of humor, we'll call it. But American Pie is now 26 years old. Any American Pie fans? It's hard to believe that is now 26 years old. How did that happen? All right, ESPN is expanding in our next story the lineup of content ESPN Plus. They've struck a deal with the Big East Conference, which is most notable for its basketball now, but it struck a deal to bring a ton of content there, including 75 women's basketball games, 25 Big East non-conference men's basketball games, 200 Olympic sports events, and more will now be home on ESPN Plus. You'll still see some of those games aired on ESPN, but even more content will now be exclusive to ESPN Plus. Increasingly, ESPN is trying to lock up more and more content, and ESPN Plus will be different than the ESPN streaming service, though it's reported that it's announced that ESPN Plus, I should say, will be bundled into it when you subscribe to it. Overall, not a bad deal. If you're a sports fan, ESPN Plus is like additional content. Gives you even more sports than what you would get with a cable TV subscription. So check it out. Link in the show notes down below if you'd like to learn more about this. Hey, I get a lot of questions in our comments about people wanting tech support or questions about cord cutting. It's very hard. One thing YouTube's not very good at is the comment section. When people reply, you reply, and then they reply back, you don't always get notifications. So we have a Facebook group that's all about cord cutting tech support, called Cord Cutting Tech Support. Over 100,000 cord cutters are there, ready to answer your cord cutting related questions. You'll find a link to this in the show notes. It's a group run by us. We run it and have hundreds of thousands, or over 100,000, I should say, people on there, all looking for help or offering help in the world of cord cutting. Sometimes the best people are the other people out there who may be in a similar situation to be able to answer your questions. If you want to learn more about it, check out the show notes down below. I have a link to it there. Also, don't forget, we have a email newsletter. Every morning you can get an email with all these stories and more, other stories I don't even get to here in it. You can get right to your email box. If you watch this on a maybe on a TV, or you listen to it in the car and later I want to go back and check out a story, check out our free newsletter where we break down everything happening in the world of cord cutting every morning hits your email about 7:30 in the morning. You can just find all the links to the stories there and a whole lot more. Well, that's it for today. I hope you have a fantastic day. I'll be back again tomorrow with another video. Until then, take care, be safe. I'll talk to you all again real soon.